All right, ladies, welcome to Factual Friday, where today we bring you some scientific research to back up some of my claims of what I teach. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how the key to overcoming neediness is pretty much lowering your expectations with your relationships. Because one of the methods, whenever I get a needy client, and I have a whole bunch of clients, and sometimes the individual who wants coaching from me wants this person real badly. And the reason why they want them badly is because they feel needy or they struggle with falling in love too fast. And because and the reason why a lot of people fall in love real fast is because they have high expectations with this person, and those high expectations causes them to start fantasizing about being with them. They begin to see, they meet a guy and he earns a lot of money, or he's really good looking, or he even reminds you of an ex, and all of a sudden you'll start having a fantasy of being with him, of marrying him, or even saying, wow, my friends would love to meet him, my mom would love to meet him, if I date him we're gonna be such a cute couple. Those fantasies are raising your expectations, and those raised expectations makes you act needy. That's just how it is. Because when you feel like it's not gonna work out, let's just say you meet a guy, right? Now I'm gonna go into the research right now. Let's just say you meet a guy, and you guys go on a date, and after the date you begin to fantasize about how great of a guy he is, or you begin to tell yourself a story about this guy. You're going to end up falling in love with him through your fantasies. But let's just say the same thing happens. You go on this date with the same guy, but then when you go home and you have what I call practical negativity, where you're negative out of in a practical way, not a negative because you're traumatized, but negative out of a strategy. Because if you're practically negative and tell yourself this is not going to work out, this might be the last time I see this guy, as a way to lower expectations, that type of practical negativity causes you to actually stop being needy. So lowering your expectation, and because think about it, when you're not needy, you're happier. That's just the truth. Neediness is just a state of suffering. Neediness is a state of being unhappy with your life and thinking that this person will make you happy. But that's not the case. The way to be happy is to lower your expectations. Because when you meet a guy, you know how before you meet a guy, everything is good. You could feel you like before you meet a guy, before you fall in love, everything is good. Your days are good. But when you fall in love, you go through extremes where you feel really happy and then you feel really low, right? And the reason why you feel low is because maybe something bad happened with this guy and is making your day feel bad, right? So these problems comes because you have too much high expectations, right? You're more of an idealist. And what this study shows is this. Let me read this, right? Although social comparison is a known determinant of overall life satisfaction, it is not clear how it affects moment-to-moment variation in subjective emotional states. Using a novel social decision task combined with computational modeling, we show that a participant's subjective emotional states reflects not only the impact of reward they themselves received, but also the rewards received by a social partner. Unequal outcomes, whether advantageous or disadvantageous. Oh, sorry, people. I think the camera went down. 1 second. Why? Okay, right here. There you go. All right. Sorry about that. Unequal outcomes, whether advantageous or disadvantageous, reduce average momentary happiness, right? So if you've seen that people are having better relationships than you, and even what happens is that when you're really needy, your reticular activating system in your brain will begin to notice what you need, and that's a relationship. So you'll begin to have this exaggerated sense of how many people are in relationships simply because you feel extra needy. Okay. Furthermore, the relative impact of advantageous and disadvantageous inequality on momentary happiness at the individual level predicts a subject's generosity in separate dictator game. These findings demonstrate powerful social influence upon subjective emotional state, where emotional reactivity to inequality is strongly predictive of altruism in an independent task domain, which is kind of interesting. But when you read that whole research, what it pretty much shows is that your happiness is a function of expectations. When you expect less, you're happier. When you expect more, you're less happy. It's that simple. If you meet a guy and you just, out of rationality, expect things not to work out, all of a sudden, if it doesn't work out, you already were in that type of state. And I'm not saying to be negative in a depressive state. No. What I'm trying to tell you is, imagine your friend who always flakes on you says, Alexis, let's go to a party. And because you know that one friend never follows through, you say yes, but deep down you say, okay, sure, I'll see it when I believe it. And then he says, hey man, sorry man, something came up, I can't go. You already had your expectations where you expect the things not to work out. But let's just say this friend invites you to a party and you believe that there's gonna be a party. You hype yourself up. You start showering, you start changing, and you're ready. And so you start imagining how fun this party is gonna be. And then this friend tells you it's not gonna work out. We can't go out. All of a sudden, you hyped yourself up, but now you're unhappy. Now you're needy. Now you need something to fill the gap that you feel, right? And so a lot of this comes because a lot of people have this unrealistic expectations about relationships. Most relationships don't work out. Most people have a shitty batting average. Most people have to meet hundreds of people to meet that one person that loves them back. But a lot of you ladies have this unrealistic expectation about the stats of a successful date or even a successful relationships, which is a lot of them don't work out. A lot of the times you strike out, and that shouldn't be a source of shame, and you shouldn't be afraid of it, because that's a normal thing. The only reason why you feel like shit is because you think everybody else is getting different results, when in reality they're getting the same results. They only highlight when it goes right, or they hide how bad it is by making you think that their life is better than yours. It's obvious that people do that because it makes them feel good to feel, or even to make you feel, that their life is better than yours. We all do that. Everybody does that. Lower your expectations. Most relationships will not work out when you go on a date to meet a guy. I'm not telling you to be negative from a pessimistic or traumatic state. I'm telling you, be negative and expect things not to work out, because that's just how things are. It's reality. You're learning to see reality eyeball to eyeball. When he calls you back, you are pleasantly surprised. Not that you expected it, but that you are surprised when he wants to see you. Right? When you go on a date, sometimes when my client is too needy, I say, look, man, when you go on a date with a guy, delete his number. Don't even check up on it anymore. Delete his number and expect him not and expect to never hear from you. So that when you hear from him, it's a pleasant surprise. But a lot of you ladies have such high hopes that this guy is because he fits a few criteria, that when it doesn't work out, it completely ruins your day. Lower those expectations, which will help you overcome the needy feeling that you feel. And that's how you do it. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if this video made sense. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you guys to check out my new course called Nice Girl. It's available for purchase right now. Okay. This course I specifically made for women who consider themselves nice, for women who are too forgiving, for women who let other people guilt trip them easily, for women who always give people the benefit of the doubt but always end up getting played. This course will teach you about people's actual manipulations, about the strategies that people use to extort from you, to take from you without you getting anything in return. Because nice people are in abundance in the world. And nice people, unfortunately, if they allow their nature to guide their lives, they will become bitter, because they'll end up seeing that their niceness never leads to anything. So the goal of being a nice person is to get people to like you. But sometimes that has actual backward effects. Like it actually creates what you're trying to avoid. So this course will teach nice girls how to get what they want through being more assertive, how to express themselves, how to not get played, how to identify manipulation, how to reverse manipulation. So if you're somebody who's always had that consistently in their lives, who are always people pleaser, who are always being passive aggressive, this course will teach you how to communicate all of those things that you want to communicate with people without getting played. Okay, I'll teach you how to be more assertive. I'll teach you how to identify disrespect, because when you're a nice person, you have a hard time understanding when people are being disrespectful, because you're seeing the world through insecurity. You want to be liked, and so when somebody doesn't like you, you sort of twist it around in a weird way. So I show you how to see disrespect. I show you how to stand up for yourself. I show you how to deter aggressors. I show you how to avoid sending signs of weakness, and how to send signs of strength. Right? And I even show you a meditation on how to become more assertive. Check it out. It's a course that it's not a super long course, because I made it that length for a reason. I don't want to overburden you with too much information. This is just straight to the point. If you watch this course, you will get the results. This is not a 5-hour course. Okay, this is like a 2.5-hour course. So I think it's 2 hours or something like that. And the reason why that is because it's straight to the point. Okay, so if you watch that course, do what the videos say. You will over time overcome your niceness. Okay, purchase it now. In the description down below, you'll see where it says purchase Nice Girl. It's only $99, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. No questions asked. You'll get your money back. Okay, because if you don't get it back, I'm closing the channel. That's for sure. All right, so I'll see you guys inside, and I hope you guys enjoy that course.